Hi everyone, welcome to Lib 6311, Materials for Young Adults and Adults. I just want to say welcome. I see that we have about 16 students in here, and it looks like half of you are brand new to the program and half of you are returning students. So welcome to the new students, and I know it can be a little scary at first, especially if this is your very first course in your very first graduate program. But I'm confident that you'll get the hang of it quickly and it'll really be okay. And you're not alone. You have half the class with you. So you're all in this together. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how to navigate the course and a couple of, a look at what's coming ahead in the course. So let's just go over some navigation. When you log into D2L and go into the course, the first thing you'll notice is a news post. Those are really important because that's how I communicate with you every week, and if I make any changes, I will post them here. I use this a lot more than the email feature, so please do check the news posts. You can also see the calendar here if you open this up. To go to the content to get started, just click on content and you will see the modules laid out in weeks. If you are taking both this course and 6000, as I think some of you are, you'll notice that there's a different feel. That one is really heavy in the first week and this one is pretty light, so hopefully that'll balance it out between the workload and everything. But for both, you would start with the syllabus. Here we have the required reading list that if you were registered earlier, you already had that. If you just registered, you might just be seeing this. One note is that a lot of public libraries are now starting curbside service, which is great because that means that you don't have to purchase all the books, you could get them from libraries. A lot of you use the ebook feature anyway, as we know libraries haven't been closed because you can use all the online resources that they have. Also, the MTSU is the Walker Library building is still closed, but as of today, I believe, you can request that items be pulled and you can get curbside pickup. So I'm not sure if they're doing that for the curriculum lab, but I know that several of the books, especially the YA books that we have on the list, they have in the curriculum lab. So you can look into that and ask them. They are really willing to work with you, especially at this time when it's really difficult. So make sure you read the reading list and choose the books that you are interested in. There's some books that are required and some you have a choice. Also, let's go into the snapshot. I always give you, in addition to the syllabus, I try to give you a snapshot which you can just print out and have by your desk so you know what is due when. So you'll see that this week is pretty light. You start out reading in Moyer, the textbook, and then we just have the introduction discussion. So it's pretty light. And then next week we get started into the content. A couple of things I wanted to point out. Two of the big assignments in this course are number 5, the censorship assignment is one that you can put in your exit portfolio because it's a key assessment and it also goes in live text. So that is one of the key assessments in the program. Also down here in number 10 is a selection assignment, and that is also an assignment that will be used for your exit portfolio. You will go through a couple of selection assignments, so you don't have to upload all of them, but you can choose if you want to upload this one or the one from 6010 or 6310 if you took that. So those are two of the big assignments that you will have. Let's go up here. So that's a snapshot. Make sure you read the syllabus. If you're a returning student, it's not any different than any of my other syllabi. So if you've read one, you've read them all. Just make sure you read it once. Your assessments are up here. All the grades. You should be able to see your grade at any time. I keep a rolling grade, so it shouldn't be surprised at how you are doing. The drop boxes here, the drop boxes are also in each content module. Communication, you can see your calendar at any time to see what's coming up. So you'll see here, for instance, that the initial post for your discussion is due this Thursday. I do that so that we can actually have a discussion, because if I don't set an initial post time, everybody will wait till Sunday night, and then there's no real discussion because some people post late and then nobody else can see it. So discussions are what you make of it, really. It's up to you guys to keep the discussion going. It's up to me to give you a good question to start with, then it's up to you to keep it going. So make sure that you respond to at least three other people, and that if somebody posts a question on one of your threads, that you manage that thread and answer them. So just be cognizant of that. So that is the calendar. Also the discussions, you can see here. There's several just general chats. If you just want to post about whatever is going on with COVID, or how over this you are, or whatever, just post in the general area. We'll also have an embedded librarian. I see that Dr. Reed has already been in here, and you can click on that. She is always very helpful for our courses, and you can ask her questions. So you'll post your introductions. Make sure to read the part about to get full points for discussions, how to do that. I see you've started with that. These are where the discussions are, although they're also in the content modules. Here's the link to your exit portfolio. We will not be going into that in this course, but don't forget to update yours this semester. If you are a new student, hopefully you have me in 6000, so you'll be able to get started on your exit portfolio this semester. Sorry. Your email is up here. You can subscribe to discussions. If you just go into, well, actually, if you just go down to the top, you can, well, where was it? Anyway, if you go into this area, you can subscribe and it shows up as a thing. So this is, I'm already subscribed, so it's not giving me that option. Anyway, this is where you can see subscription alerts. This is where you can see update alerts if I've updated some content. I will try to stick as best I can to the content that, or the schedule that we have set out, but as you know from last semester, everything went crazy, so there were some changes. So please try to be flexible with me as I try to navigate the situation and make any changes that we need to. Hopefully, you know, things will get better and that we won't have to make any big changes this semester. I know some of you like to kind of work ahead on these courses, but please don't work too far ahead, because as the teacher, I do reserve the right to make some changes if I see that our class needs it, just like I would in a face-to-face course. So I guess that's all I wanted to say, other than, you know, this is a great class. In the perfect world, we would have 2 separate courses, one for just YA literature and one for adult. But because they're often located in the same area of the library, and because there's crossover between the two, I do think that this is a good fit. I know that I, as a reader, started reading adult books, if you want, Agatha Christie novels, when I was by the time I was 12, 13. So, you know, They did, of course, to be honest, back then they didn't have teen books per se or YA books, so I didn't have that. So, but you know, our kids can read at the adult level by that age, so there's nothing stopping them from reading other books. So I think this will give you a good overview in how to know about the different genres, how to approach nonfiction, and the ways to market these books and things like this. This is generally a fun course, and I hope you have fun with it. So this is long enough, so let's get started. I'll see you in class.